There we go. Got it.
Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock. Welcome one, welcome all, nerds all over the internet. It is Saturday, March 1st, and we are kicking off the month of green, the month of clover leaves, the month of the Irish, March Madness, the month of basketball, for anyone who follows basketball.
The month of Kiss Me, I'm Irish?
Yes. Yes.
Kiss us, we're Irish.
Yes, and yes. Welcome to the Ravens Flock. I am your host, Jose Casabona. I am also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of all of us, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play. Folks, this man has been sacrificing his hours to Monster Hunter Wilds and to Marvel Rivals. He may not financially recover from this.
Ever.
Give it up for Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you kindly once again for taking the time to join us. It is I, Angel, happy to see you all once more. As usual, it is a pleasure to have you with us, and I hope that you enjoy watching this show as much as we enjoy making it for you.
He does not know how to be altruistic.
I have to resist the urge to just get off this chair and run off home.
Don't do that! Jesus!
I am fighting
He wants to just get his fix on Monster Hunter World and get it.
Damn, bro! Your game is not going anywhere!
It is. It's going
not.
away from my heart.
Oh my god. And of course, joining us on our far left, folks, one of our awesome cosplayers here on this channel. Give it up for Dragon Fang Cosplay!
Hi, guys. I'm so tired now. We're always tired, but I didn't have to work today, which I'm happy about.
Yay!
And I have the next Saturday off.
Hooray!
So happy.
That
but
is
I have
very
to work tomorrow.
Wait, hang on a second. Mic is muted. Turn your mic on.
No, it's not. Hold on.
What? Can you hear us?
Yes, the mics are not muted.
Bullshit.
Hang on.
Oh, Angel's voice?
No, it isn't.
Chat.
The mics are not muted.
Mine was. This thing was loosed up. I just clicked the back end.
Popping!
Have you tried turning it off and trying to get it back on?
I can never turn off. The day I turn off is the day
Angel can't chill.
Can you hear us now properly? Please let us know. We're using you blatantly as our tech support.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Well, at least they can't hear
we
you.
the Raven
They can
Squad,
still
then?
hear the rest of us.
Can you hear me? 1, 2,
Wouldn't we be the Raven Squad?
Angel's mic is muted. All right, so
It's not muted.
all right, well, let's just continue on then.
Here are how I. Can you hear this?
How about now? Can you hear me?
Speak again.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
It's literally just you. Give me your microphone.
God damn it!
Maybe you just suck at talking.
No.
I'm joking.
Excuse me, of all people, you don't get to criticize me with that shit. I took speech classes.
Popping.
Sir.
You're fine.
Okay then, you sure?
Yes.
All right, trust you.
Okay. And of course, joining us on our far right, someone who doesn't suck at talking, one of our awesome cosplayers. Give it up for Zayana Rose cosplay.
I'm better than you.
At what, a game I never played before? Give me a break.
At talking.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Mic drop.
That's simply the double standard of life. As a woman, she's better than talking. As a man, I'm better than everything else.
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, hi guys. Toss him in the river. Hi guys.
No. Oh my god.
I'm happy to be here. I am I'm looking forward to more marshmallows tonight.
Oh, we're gonna get there when we get there. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah.
We got this. We got
Well,
this.
I have to mention that so then that be in anticipation.
All right.
That's right, folks. We're gonna have marshmallow time. So wake the fuck up,
If
samurai.
you want fire,
We've got an
stay tuned.
Activision to burn.
They're filled with anticipation.
Patient.
Angel might have to share with someone.
I don't mind sharing. I'm a generous boy.
Christy, he can't. His microphone is all right. I just
All right,
double-checked it.
everybody else who's oh wait, no, because the other person commented saying that the mic is muted. Damn it. All right.
What the hell?
No, that's all Christy's.
Wait.
No,
Yeah,
because
Angel's trying
Lucy's
again.
and Kyle Canada.
Hang on. Let me talk. I see the bar moving with my words. This should be working. I don't know why it isn't.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's get to
closed caption on me.
Or use the microphone instead of trying to talk without it.
Yeah. And if it comes to it, yeah, you and Dragonfang are going to have to share.
Just share.
It's not needed.
All right.
Everyone is fine.
Everyone is fine? Okay, never mind.
We are so barack.
Cool.
We never left.
And of
Y'all
course,
are deaf.
let's not forget the host of the Black Files, my attack partner for WrestleMania, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on his channel every single week. A man who personifies madness in this month of March, Mr. Juan Rouse.
You don't get to single me out on this one, Jose. My mania is caused from your dementias.
We're all mad here.
Well, dementia is not madness. Dementia is forgetfulness. That's a different kind.
Thank you.
No, I mean as in y'all are fucking demented.
Well, that is true, but I don't have to take medication, so technically I don't count, which is why
You do
Medicaid's
count.
fucking
You're just
over.
unmedicated and underdiagnosed.
I don't want to mess with Medicaid. That place is evil. It's
You're
filled with
unmedicated. And as someone who's had to use Medicaid for a large part of his life because we were broke ass fuck growing up, I take to issue with that, bitch.
All right.
So don't
Of
try
course
me.
you would. You were broke.
All
Yeah,
right.
so are you, bitch.
Anyways, like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
For all the inner flockers we got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges, custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutch of the late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there is a solution for that, and all it requires is what you guys have been giving us all this time, which is your continuing support. Just spread the word of the Ravens flock. Tell everybody you know and love about the fine work we've been doing since 2013. Talking about the issues in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your enemies, tell everyone that you have on a Rolodex. Tell your Rolodex. Tell your Rolodex to quit being online. No, you doesn't get to name itself Alexa. I don't care what the fuck are cyborg civil rights. They don't count. They're not real yet. But what is real is us. We're fucking real. We don't hold back, and we make sure that we speak truth to power and highlight the wonders of nerddom, of geekhood, of everything involving having fun. The more subscribers we get out of that, the more inner flockers can come out of it. And before you know it, we're all financially solvent enough to be able to do this full time. So with your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. And you get access to all of us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. So we got in the chat over here, we saw Codisi Randall Summon, Ulysses Fartknocker. Y'all were helping us with the mic thing earlier. Thank you very much. I see Kyle in the chat. I see Daisy, the Vegas Pisces, is back over here after a while. How you doing?
Daisy!
We've got Lisa Boo. We got Lisa Boo in the chat. Hey up, Lisa Boo. Ben Cruz is in the chat. How's it going, Ben Cruz? And I could have sworn I saw Nikki Bella. Is she in there? No, but Nikki Bella will show up later. But that's all right. That's not what's important. What's important is that we're staying on top of things.
That is right. And you know what? Like I said, this is a great way to kick off March. And we have lots of stuff that's in the pipeline right now. And you know, this is like we work on this a lot, and we put a lot of our passion into all the content that we put out. And sometimes it drains us, like and not just this.
Sometimes he says.
Oh, okay, all the damn time, Jesus, Juan.
Yeah,
sometimes
no, don't hold back. We got to say
you
it.
get really tired for reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with spending several hours in gaming marathons, because surely none of us will be responsible enough to do something like that and then try to survive this entire thing in only 3 hours of sleep.
Like you?
Ramen.
Like you?
Yeah, no, listen.
Yeah, like
when we were
someone.
young,
Slanderous accusations.
Angel,
all right,
no one can see you.
let's hold the slander. Now, yeah, no, as As kids, we had all the energy in the world to stay up late and to do things that we want to do. But as we get older, it just doesn't feel the same. And you can see by the look on some of our faces that we're all exhausted. You see, Dragon Fang is illustrating the exhaustion of an adult right now.
It doesn't help that it's
Look
sleep
how the
debt.
weight of the years wakes upon her brow as the sands of time scour her.
I blame the
once
dogs.
Skin.
But
She's turning into a dog-owning lady.
But thankfully, the guardian angels, that is our partner.
I'm sorry, what?
Not you.
Oh, okay, good, because I ain't guarding shit.
No, bro, you're the antithesis.
We know.
Yeah, I'm
The-
sending people to hell today.
The guardian angels, that is our partner, has blessed us with glitch energy.
That's right, baby. And as we often say, if we don't like it, we don't buy it. And baby, we love glitch. Hundreds of thousands of different combinations of the perfect qualification of nutrients, vitamins, hydrocarbohydrates, and of course, energy. Clean, proper, healthy, non-sugary.
Hydrocarbohydrates? Do you even those aren't
It
things?
has electrolytes.
The-
Like
the-
banana.
it actually doesn't have electrolytes.
Fizz, bitch.
But the glitch,
Let us talk,
the
kid.
glitch
Let-
energy revive line does.
Yeah,
The revive line
The
does.
point is that they have variety, and more importantly, they have health for you. Because a lot of energy drinks, and I love to say this, are good for you, but let's be honest, guys, they taste like absolute horse piss. The worst thing imaginable that is supposed to listen. To this day, I will never understand how anybody drank Red Bull and didn't spit it out anymore.
Well, Angel, I would argue with you that glitch energy is better to consume because it has 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 lag, and of course, 0 crash, and it tastes much better. If you go onto their website, glitchenergy.com, and bookmark, and you'll see that they have a large selection of different flavors to choose from. And when you get to that website, make sure you bookmark it because you never know when a new flavor will drop.
I mean,
Like right
this
now?
one-
No,
Yay! Wow, holy shit!
Hey.
Zombie stomp!
it tastes like necrosis.
and cherry limeade flavoring. Oh my god!
Okay, guys, who wants to go zombie hunting?
And
Me.
It's cherry limeade.
Cherry
flavor.
limeade, and it's
I love
inspired
that.
by...
Who are these Tribe Grey Wolf VR?
It's a furry group.
But you know what's even more important? They're VR gamers, which is strange.
Ooh.
We usually don't band with such heathens, but you know what? We have to fill our minority quota somewhere.
Exactly. This is our version of DEI.
Except when it comes to gaming,
What the fuck?
because folk
Yeah, you know.
like
Diversity, equity, and really fucking expensive.
VR headsets are
That's
fucking
DEI.
pricey.
That's DEE.
No, it's called DFE.
Oh my
DVR, there we go.
DVR.
Anyways,
Yes, program your DVR to watch these guys. Okay, so Tribe Grey Wolf they are on Twitter. They're a team of folks who like we mentioned here. They're gamers who play on VR consoles for the most part, and they appear to be pretty badass. I mean, how else can you get
that's
around?
pretty impressive.
Okay, they're playing Quest 3. Oh
The
god.
main difference is, unlike a VR set, the glitch energy packet will not break your wallet in half. In fact, we're even nice enough to throw the Flock discount code that will cut that price down by 20%. That's right, we're cutting the price of this beautiful, useful, and delicious substance down.
Cherry
by a
limeade.
bit. Even if you don't like cherry limeade, we got plenty of other flavors. They got like what, 30, 40 now?
Dude, they got
around
a...
30
just around 30 flavors.
Exactly. So
And-
there's plenty of variety for you to pick exactly what goes with your needs and your fits.
And to piggyback off of Angel, yes, if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you will receive a 20% discount on your order. So don't delay. The month of March has just begun. The madness has taken effect. Go to glitchenergy.com, get your zombie stomp right now, use our discount code, and get your body the glitch energy needs to fight off and kill zombies.
I want to thank Glitch Energy for partnering up with the Ravens Flock. I'm going to keep working on the microphone. No, I'm going to keep working on the microphone. I'm not. We don't need to share.
Also, holy crap! Our sincerest thanks to Miss Kuritsi Rando-sama for being a member for 29 months!
Yay! That is awesome. Very good. Very good. All right, so while Juan's in the middle of fixing this, you know something? I'm going to be really honest. There's honestly no easier or positive way to segue into our first story.
Just rip off the band-aid, man.
Yeah, we unfortunately have to talk about the...
Try it now, Angel.
Yeah. All right.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. This is gonna get really fucking sad in the next 5 seconds.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. Requiescat cat and huh?
Requiescat in pesce. It means rest in peace.
Ah, okay.
It's Italian for Assassin's
Michelle
Creed
and
2.
Gene Hackman. May
Now
both
we
be
can
in
hear.
paradise.
Okay,
There we
Ulysses
go.
can now hear. Thank you.
Yes!
All right. Unfortunately, it is reported earlier this week that that Michelle Trachtenberg, an actress who is known for her work as Dawn from Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
She was on Gossip Girl,
and she was also on Gossip Girl.
Harriet the Spy, for crying out loud.
She has unfortunately passed away at age 39 in New York City.
That's not much older than us.
Yeah.
Sad.
I turned 39 this year. She's only older than me by a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ah.
4 for us.
Yeah, and we learned about this news on Wednesday, on February 26th, and yeah, we're still trying to process this, and we do have an article provided to us by NBC4 New York, which has more details on the matter. So let's again, I don't have a happier way.
There isn't a nice way to do it.
This
All
is
right.
just a tragedy. It's just a tragedy.
All right. The headline reads, yes, Michelle Trachtenberg, actress known for her roles in Buffy and Gossip Girl, dead at age 39 in New York City. One of her most popular and longest roles, Trachtenberg received acclaim for her role as Dawn Summers on Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the early 2000s alongside Sarah Michelle Gellar.
And this was initially published, like as I said, on February 26th. That was what, Wednesday?
Yes, by Gus Rosendale
and the NBC New York staff. Okay,
All right.
So
Actress Michelle Trachtenberg, known for roles in Buffy, Harriet the Spy, and Gossip Girl, it was found dead in a New York City apartment at the age of 39, according to a police spokesperson. The New York Police Department responded to a 911 call around 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning to a luxury apartment building in the Columbus Circle area, police said. When officers arrived, they found Trachtenberg unconscious and unresponsive, according to the New York Police Department. Police sources say Trachtenberg's mother was the person who found her and called 911. Trachtenberg was pronounced dead at the scene at 1 Columbus Place on West 59th Street between 9th and 10th Avenues, which sources says was her residence. The medical examiner will determine the cause of her death, but police said, quote, criminality is not suspected, and her death was not considered suspicious. Trachtenberg had recently received a liver transplant, but it appeared that transplant had failed, according to a source.
Yeah, no.
Organ
Rejection, man, that's the worst.
Now, Trachtenberg's representative, Gary Mantush, said this in a statement on Wednesday, quote, the family requests privacy for their loss.
Fair.
A neighbor told reporters gathered outside the building that there were no apparent signs of problems before Wednesday.
Damn. So,
Liver
as far as we can...
transplant that early, though.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it looks like a very clear-cut case of just a medical procedure that went right, and then the organ just rejected the body. A small, but unfortunately very relatively common event that happens. There is some parts of organ transplant science that we still don't understand. Not just in rejection, but in sometimes people adapting personality traits of the donors without even knowing.
Unfortunately, I think you're right over there. It may have just been a complication from that. The NBC New York article continues over here. I scrolled down past it a little bit over so we can actually get to it here.
Yeah.
All
right.
We discussed that part over here. In January, Trachtenberg responded to fans on social media who expressed concern about her health and well-being, he reported at the time. On January 17th, she shared a selfie with Spy Kids star Alexa Pena Vega, writing, these kids, now adults getting our roots/hairs done. I love this girl, Alexa Vega. One user commented, Michelle, you look sick. Are you okay? The Buffy the Vampire Slayer alum responded, explain to me how I look sick. Did you lose a calendar and not realize I'm not 14? I'm 38. How sad for you to leave such a comment. That was okay. Not wow. Really? I thought I was opening up the wait. Actually, no.
That doesn't look right.
No, that wasn't the. No, that's Alexa Vega.
That's Alexa Vega.
Yeah, I was trying to find the. I thought it was going to open up on it. Let me see if it'll open up here. How much you want to bet it doesn't? Let me close this shit. Oh yeah, it will. It will. It's the Instagram feed.
All right. Let's take a look.
This is the image that we're referring to over here. Fun fact: this is my. Fun fact: this is my face. No problems. Why do you have to hate? Get a calendar. As it she's basically telling folks off for guys, I'm not a little baby girl who's always gonna look fucking. Who's always gonna look like a full-faced 14-year-old or teenager.
Forgive me for playing the devil's advocate here, but I think that commenter was genuinely concerned because she kind of looks a little sick.
Yeah, her cheekbones
seemed
her
a little
face is gone,
pronounced.
her eyes are shadow, and her eyes are the sclera is turning yellow.
Okay, yeah, that could
is a
have.
sign of liver poisoning.
Yeah, oh my
Okay.
god.
I fear that at this point it was already taken.
Jaundice.
Now, the actress last posted on Instagram a week ago with a throwback photo. She regularly would post about being in New York and add a hashtag hashtag New York to her posts. Police said that the investigation to her death is ongoing. Now, mind you, this article was posted on Wednesday, February 26th.
So far, we
Yeah.
haven't received any more notifications regarding the matter.
Angel, no one can hear you without the microphone.
Shit, so far we haven't received any more notifications of this matter or any more information?
We have actually, and I pulled it up. Let me actually show y'all. And let me close that one off. That's for later. Not this is the one. I said that's for later for the next article, Angel. Shit.
We got this. All right.
Okay, yeah.
So this is an article from USA Today, right?
Yeah, let me get scrolled and all this mess.
But yeah, no, Angel does have a point. It's not uncommon for someone to look at a picture and, actually ask, like, hey, are you okay? Because,
Yeah, she didn't exactly look okay. I like to think the person wasn't asking in bad faith.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, like, well, we want to assume the best of people, but then again, there are unfortunately
there's
internet
always
assholes.
out there. There's no
Let me see if
denying
this will let me. Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
This
yeah.
USA Today doesn't like it. Okay, so
Well,
here we go.
we'll do the best we can. All right, so.
All right, so the actual cause of death may have been revealed on. I think that was uploaded today. Is that
It says here,
No.
uploaded on February 27th.
27th? Okay, the day after
Day after, by Anna Kaufman.
from USA Today. Here we go.
All right, let's scroll down.
Michelle Trachtenberg cause of death revealed after Gossip World SR dies at age 39.
All right, so Michelle Trachtenberg's cause and manner of death has officially been released. The Office of Chief Medical Examiner in New York City, where Trachtenberg was found dead early Wednesday, ruled both the cause and manner of death as undetermined, according to a statement on Thursday with USA Today. Undetermined can mean either there was inadequate information to access how a person died, or that the information was conflicting with equal amounts supporting or negating a specific manner of death, such as natural or accidental. Trachtenberg's family declined an autopsy, and the medical examiner's office honored that request, according to CNN and ABC News report.
USA Today have reached out to Trachtenberg's rep for comment. Okay, so that still feels off to us, but at least to me. We know that Gene Hackman also passed over here. Yes, we know,
Lots of cool people lately.
Like, seriously, like, apparently Gene Hackman passed away, and what was it, that his pacemaker faulted a day or so before? No, 9 days
before they found him.
Damn.
But the fact that, like we said, like with Michelle Trachtenberg over here, the reason why she had to have a liver transplant, folks, is because, regrettably, at a younger age, she had issues with alcoholism.
That'll do alcoholism.
And that fucked you up. That messes people up. Apparently, it was so to the point where she required a liver transplant, and that may have been a couple years
She
later.
was able to get one.
When did she get that transplant
Was impressive.
Not sure. I'll find out.
Yeah, one will find out, but it's like, but this is just really
There's
really
nothing
sad.
you can do.
And there was recent news that I read up on that apparently that they were going to get the Illuminati cast of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and there was rumors that they were going to continue with the series.
Jose, remember we mentioned it on this show.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently,
I remember
acute organ rejection can happen within the first 6 months of the translation at earliest. At the latest, within a few weeks at the earliest. So
And there's really nothing you can do to stop
The
it.
thing is,
No,
you never
it's
know
not.
when that's going to happen.
Yeah, because it's like
Your body could be like, okay.
stops working all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like it's terrifying.
Because it could be the
And no one
perfect
can predict
match.
it.
It could be the perfect match for the blood type,
And
but
then
your
the
body
rest-
says nope,
Your
nope,
body goes,
nope.
no, I don't want this thing. Get the shit off me.
It would if that's
And
the
you'll
case,
go
if you
downhill
autoimmune-
pretty quick if it's not corrected.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm checking the rest of this to see if there's when she may have received it. They said all it says is recent.
Actually,
We know that it's recent, but we're trying to find
I
out.
think it's on one
Maybe it's on
related.
her
But,
Wikipedia?
but while Juan is doing research, that reminds me of the particular case. There has been this bizarre trend in organ transplant. It doesn't happen. Well, man, your organ transplant in general is still a somewhat unstudied science. They did a lot of research on it, but there's still a lot they don't know. Sometimes people will not only inherit illnesses from the previous donor without knowing, but they will sometimes take on like appearance traits. There was a notorious case a few years ago of a man who received a heart transplant from a suicide victim who basically couldn't take anymore and ended it all. And within months of getting the heart, he began to develop habits and like basically mannerisms similar to the man that his donor. He left his wife, married the previous wife of the guy who killed himself, and then a few months later killed himself in the exact same manner as the previous guy did.
That is so weird.
It wasn't even brain tissue, it was the heart. There are some implications about exactly just what our genes are carrying inside of us. But mind you, while it's not exactly the same, it's still all the same a terrifying tragedy. And we send our sincerest condolences to her friends, her family. It's a little weird, they don't want an autopsy, but
it's for religious concerns, apparently.
Of course. Well, you know what? Fine. It is their prerogative. They are allowed to say that. I would probably have trouble with seeing my loved one being opened up like a turkey and, somebody rummaging to find out what killed them. All the same, man. Terribly sorry. As an actress, she made an incredible impression, gave us some goddamn funny jokes. And it is a sad, sad thing that she had to go this early. And for something that, well, sadly, we have no way to completely prevent it. It's the kind of thing that can happen to anybody. Even if every doctor looks at the plague and goes, yeah, this is perfect, there's always that tiny percentage chance. And, for what we are hypothesizing here, it looks like that was the one that...
Oh, yeah, and you meant, and Juan mentioned earlier that the liver transplant was because she was having, like, alcohol issues, and she was dealing with a lot of shit at a young age, with being an actress.
Yeah, alcoholism messes more than your liver. Like, your entire body gets fucked by that stuff. Putting a fresh new liver in there, it might not have been enough to actually fix all the problems. Hell, it might have triggered different problems because of...
I also imagine going through the weight and the pressure of trying to find work in Hollywood.
Well, yeah, there's that. That's like a whole new layer of horror. That is the psychological problem. We ain't fixing that shit.
Yeah, and alcohol doesn't fix that.
No, alcohol... But it makes the pain go away for 5 minutes.
No, Angel. No. There's a lyric. Okay, I can't believe I'm quoting a lyric from 8 Crazy Nights.
If it works.
No, listen. This stuff only numbs the pain, but it don't make it go away.
Yeah, pretty much. And, well, it's Hollywood, baby. And I guarantee you 90% of the people working in Hollywood are drunk. The other 10% are high. The number flip-flops.
You weren't able to find anything?
I wasn't able to find any specific date of when she might have done. It could have been at any point.
It's a 6-month range, so it could have happened at any point between.
It could have happened as early as a year ago, but then again, the folks talk, like the issue with her Instagram post with her appearance and everything. That was last January, not this past one from 2 months ago.
From 2024.
From 2024.
Huh.
So it could have been something that had begun developing since then, but all we're doing is armchair diagnosing after.
Yeah, hypothesizing, right?
Yeah, the truth is we're really not going to know, and her family has been very discreet, very quiet about the details.
And it really is depressingly sad just how just how like quickly and suddenly she went like that, and it's so fucked. My god,
it is very fucked, and it's very gut wrenching.
I hope that wasn't meant to be a pun.
No, of course.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. My brain was like,
no, I wasn't trying. I swear I wasn't trying.
Your inner self couldn't contain it.
No, I couldn't.
Intrusive thoughts won.
Fuck!
Daisy, the Vegas Pisces. I ran into her after a Buffy and Smallville season event, and was the sweetest celebrity I've ever met. I even got a picture with her. Rest in peace, Michelle. Kyle Candid in the chat saying I was first year in college when I saw her in Eurotrip.
Oh, I forgot she was in Eurotrip.
That
movie was fun.
Hang on a minute. Legend of Travel.
The safety word is
said someone get Angel a new mic. Angel is working.
Angel's mic is working. He's just absent-minded when using it sometimes.
Sorry, sometimes my voice gets away.
Emily Parkinson said so many child actors have died from alcohol and drug use, and alcohol numbs and brings physical pain the next day.
The hangover.
Yes.
That was another fun movie.
I'm
still surprised Macaulay Culkin managed to escape that vortex of death that so many child stars got dragged into.
Dude, not only did Macaulay Culkin escape it, he managed to come out on top and win. He got his health back. He got a semblance of a career back. He married Brenda Song. Yeah, London Tipton.
Hotels.
Yeah, the London Tipton.
Yeah, no,
the Tipton
he
Hotels.
won. there was a chance. I gotta be honest. There was a part there that I was scared for his life, bro.
I showed you guys. We showed you when he was in the crowd on Monday Night Raw, where they were showing everyone. When they were showing everyone who was at ringside, like special appearance from celebrities. He pulled his hat up. Everyone fucking went crazy and cheered for him.
It's our boy.
Oh, it's our boy who fucking did well. Yay!
Yes.
That's what. But yeah, it's so fucked, and I hate that.
And unfortunately, not everybody is able to turn their lives around, and not everybody has the best of luck. And it really,
not even the rich,
not even the famous. So, with that being said, I think now would be a good time to give our moment of silence for Michelle Trachtenberg. Michelle Trachtenberg, you will be very missed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right.
The one other thing over here that I'm so wrecked about is that, at the same time she had a really big upswing of a career, but she stepped away for this stuff for obvious reasons. She wanted to get that part of her life had passed by. You got to remember something important. She started as a child actor in 1996, 1995. That's when they cast her in Harriet the Spy.
Oh,
you remember, and she was also part of the Nickelodeon's the Saturday night Nickelodeon.
Oh God!
Host and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was fun, and it was sad. It's sad at the same time knowing this. Anyone, any favorite scene or moment that you might have liked from hers before we?
Honestly, I liked all her scenes from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. As her interactions with Buffy, her interactions with Spike.
No, that was fucking funny because Spike's trying to treat her like a little sister, even though he's an ass.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Dude, I have permission to stake you." He's like, "Yeah, but you still love me, though."
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I was acting in Dragon Ball Super, though.
Thank you.
That's a timey-wimey.
Dude, that's
vampires, man. They're long-lived. They know what's going to happen.
Oh my God!
William
all
the
right,
Bloody.
All right. Oh my God!
There's one scene from Buffy that I really liked her in. I don't remember the episode, but it was one where is this one scene Buffy is starting to break down. This is after their mom was killed, after their mom died, and so Buffy's basically stuck taking care of Dawn and taking care of their home and all that, and the both of them are just so impassionately fucking trying not to break from either of them being so heartbroken and stuff, and Buffy's still Buffy's still got oh, by the way, I'm also still the Slayer. I still have all this shit to do, and I have to work, and I'm doing all this. I'm running off.
Born to high
to
school,
make sure.
Forced to lock in.
Actually, yeah, and all of that pressure had caught up to Buffy, and Dawn. She tore some envelope or something. I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna need to find that episode again. And the two of them just collapsed on the ground, hugging and trying to freaking console each other.
Yeah.
And that's just fucking powerful, man.
It is. All right. There's no, and it's tough because we started off with this, and now we have to segue into other stories here, and I'm gonna do the best I can. But let's first get to the chat here.
You got a hot wife, fourth from a child star, cute kid, and a star of the Walk of Fame. Yep, he did. That's right, Kyle Canada.
And thank you for the black heart emojis and red roses emojis, Daisy. We appreciate that.
And Tardis saying these production studios need to invest in care for child stars they offer after their productions, so they have a place to turn to.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck yes.
Oh my
One
goodness.
could argue they're being treated a lot better than they were before, but they still fall into that niche of the moment we're done with you, we are tossing you into the garbage.
Yeah, as soon as you age out, you're done.
There's also the fact that child stars get put through like a level of abuse that would throw people in prison for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Somehow it
Okay.
doesn't.
And Emma.
Okay, you know back in the heyday when Lawrence Fishburne lied about his age to get into the set of his first film, what was that one?
Apocalypse Now?
Apocalypse Now?
Or was it Full Metal
He
Jacket?
was
One of those
doing
two.
cocaine at that point with grown-ass men.
Oh, God, you're right.
And I guarantee you, they knew he was lying about his age, but they just went, fuck it, we ain't got child labor laws right now, get high.
They still had them back then, but they weren't nearly
They're
as
more like
strict.
child labor suggestions.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next story here. Wanja, what have we got?
Okay, do we really want to move on to the next story? Because this one's going to piss off our cosplayer friends, but it doesn't...
Yeah.
Listen. We're all feeling mixed emotions about this. It'll piss them off and it'll make them cry.
You know what's the best thing to wash away the sadness? Anger.
Well, there's nothing more anger-inducing than late-stage capitalism and the many victims that fall before it. So, first off, thank you to everyone sharing this. K-Storm sent us the articles. Zayana gathered this article stuff. Dragonfang gathered article stuff on this. I'm over here losing my head because I'm trying not to rip my hair out. 'Cause I'm that angry about it. Oh my God, undo that shit. What is wrong with you? Undo.
There. I think you got it, Juan.
No, I didn't get it. Wait, hang on.
Yes, you
think-
did.
I think I did.
That's the one link.
Yep.
That's the one link.
And cut.
Okay.
That, and there we go.
All right.
There,
So,
Jesus.
in an article provided by AOL.com, the headline reads, Joanne is closing its doors. Here's where to buy fabric instead. And this article was published today on March 1st by Kate Ellsworth.
All right, so yeah, we heard about the news, folks, and it's official. Joanne Fabrics, one of the biggest retailers in America, where cosplayers and many hobbyists go and grab their many wares and supplies, is shuttering its doors. Oh my God, seriously?
And as Juan pointed out, this isn't an isolated incident. All Joanne stores, all nationwide, are shutting down.
Yeah, before
All
it was like
800.
500, and now it's all of them.
Pretty much. So, let's go ahead and continue here. With Joanne shuttering its doors, many crafters are left wondering, where will I buy my fabric now? Joanne was a mainstay for quilters like me, who often shopped batting, thread, and yards of fabric from the store, both in person and virtually. With all its brick-and-mortar stores closing and its website shutting down, it's time to start hunting for a new place to shop for fabric.
What stores? Because literally Joanne's
Who said anything about
single-handed.
stores? They expect you
but
to break into houses now and steal shit.
no, but people have literally said, okay, but a lot of places do not have, mom and pop shops or other brick and mortar places because Joanne's actually helped shutter a lot of these other businesses. So.
Unfortunately, it looks
it's
like the
not
case seems to be a matter of, bad business decisions. For those of you who know, this is information that I've been looking into, trying to get some context at the beginning of the show here.
Sure.
Apparently, the craft retailer originally announced the second bankruptcy somewhere past January. However, the main issue began because during the pandemic, they essentially expanded.
Oh, fuck. They
Yep.
fell into the same trap.
They
Yeah.
basically decided, we're making money now, we're going to keep making this much money forever. And then when the pandemic ended and the bubble burst, a combination of their unpaid debts and the fact that they've been getting hit by a lawsuit since 2022 for mistreating their workers, grind up the costs. And then there's, of course, the other aspect that people keep forgetting about capitalism.
And what's that?
It's a competition. And somebody's going to lose.
Oh yeah, Juan, you did mention something about the bubble bursting yesterday when we were talking.
Yeah, I did. And it was a fucking mess. Like, this is what you were looking for, Zay, in terms of like the article about it. But that's almost all out of date.
All right, well then let's go back to the previous one here.
Yeah,
All right, don't worry about it.
This is where we're actually trying to find
So-
solutions for people.
So here's what the writers said in this article. Scroll up a little bit. All right, so they said, and I quote, I started quilting in 2020, right at the height of the COVID pandemic, where fabric shipments were delayed and stores were quickly running out of stock.
Yeah, they
As a
were.
result, I became familiar with all the best places to buy fabric, from the big stores like Michael's to the small designers like Anna Maria Horner. If you need a new fabric shop, these are my favorites that I use when shopping for fabric. If you have a go-to fabric shop that's not on this list, tell me in the comments and I'll check it out. So we're going to go through the list here. There's, of course, Michael's, where you're all familiar with Michael's.
Don't really have that much of a selection.
They better expand that selection now. Their only main competition's just gone belly up.
They used to have a Pizza Hut in front of the store, and you know when the store went to shit, when the Pizza Hut became a bank. That's what I knew, that they lost their soul.
All right, so we're already familiar with Michael's as it is. We don't have to read that, but this one I want to read. A store called Spoonflower. Spoonflower is Spoonflower is one of the best places to shop for fun fabric designs, especially if you need different fabric types, like fabric for quilting versus clothing versus upholstery. Shipping is always fast and accurate, while the designs themselves are always stunning. Spoonflower features designs from independent artists and small businesses, so it's also a great place to shop if you want to support local artisans. The quality of the designs I've received from different shops has always been stellar, so you could tell Spoonflower chooses its designers with care. The biggest downside is that the price can add up quickly. A yard of quilting fabric is generally $20, which is pretty expensive. I'd recommend this one for special quilts of or fabrics you want to add for a little flair. Also, since its uses independent artists, you won't find licensed designs like Joanne Carey.
Yeah, there's that.
There are gorgeous artist interpretations from big-name characters like Barbie and Mickey Mouse, but nothing licensed.
Okay, can't put a tag on that shit because it's too expensive.
I do have something to add to Spoonflower. They actually do have a sampler thing that you can actually buy. I think it was for $5. I bought it a long time ago, and it gives you so many samples of every single type of fabric that you can get. Like, there is like 4-way stretch, there is like jersey, so it's literally, they just send you swatches of each and every different type of fabric type you could ever get there,
and it's very useful.
So that way you can buy that and then you can literally feel it, which I mean, I've never sewn before, but I know that a lot of cosplayers, when they go there, they want to feel the fabric. That's very important.
There's also the fact that you're going to be wearing that thing for hours.
Exactly.
It would be
so
unpleasant
say,
to make a beautiful cosplay.
This feel good on my skin for like 12 hours.
Is this going to be riding up my ass, or is it going to be like hold it snugly?
Skin tight thing. I don't want it to injure my skin.
Yeah, you don't want your own clothing to like impregnate you.
And then there's like tons of different types of cotton that they have in there too.
All right.
So it is really cool.
Wanjo, take the next one.
Okay, Jose wants me to read the next one. Sure, I'll do that. Maybe. All right, so the next one shows Hawthorne Supply Company. Hawthorne operates similarly to Spoonflower in that it allows artists and small businesses to display and sell their designs. You won't find Star Wars or Disney fabric, but you will find gorgeous designs in all colors and realms. Hawthorne does a great job of bucketing fabrics together so you can see a whole collection of complementary fabrics. This is great for quilt designing, as you can see an entire suite of designs that go together without scrolling around endlessly. Hawthorne prices can add up as each design is crafted by artists. You won't get those cheap Joanne prices, but you will get stunning fabric. I've always been pleased with my Hawthorne pieces, even when the prices made me wince.
Okay, then.
So on average, there's also apparently Stash Fabrics.
All right, so Stash Fabrics is another one of my favorite sites for fun and whimsical designs. The prices aren't awful, about $13 per yard, and there's a wide selection of designs, fabric types, and cuts. The site carries all kinds of designs, from those designed by independent artists to those curated by small businesses. You can also sign up for different clubs, like a Fabric of the Month club that ships you pre-selected fabric every month. That's neat.
Okay.
One question. Yeah. Was Joann's specifically for fabric, or did it sell something else, like crafting and art?
They also
sells a lot of other crafting.
They sell Joanne fabrics. They also sell home decorations as well.
They have a little gardening section for the fake flowers.
Stamps.
And they also have a little section, like a little children's section where they have educational stuff.
They have airbrush. They have the sewing machines.
I think the reason why they were so good is because the majority of Joann's is for fabric. It was like the centerpiece of their work. Something like Michael's, it tries to spread everything evenly. I know this because I work for them. So you got like an entire section for crafting, another section for painting, and then you got fabric all the way at the ass end corner of there. And there's always that fucking 5-year-old that won't stop playing with the big old yard rolls. And I'm like, please, kid, I don't get paid enough to deal with your shit.
Please
stop. A little personal experience with that, Angel.
There was a bottle of paint called Santa's Flesh. It was pink.
Okay,
that's what
we're crossing into Angel's PTSD.
But I digress. There seems to be an issue here. So the distributors that used to work with Joann's now basically just lost a client, which means that most likely what they sell will go to the other stores. So you might not lose access to what you were looking for, but unfortunately it's gonna be harder to find, because turns out that this entire time, as much as people complain about Michaels, they were going to Michaels, and that is competition that Joann is constantly fighting with. And then the combination of factors of the bubble bursting and apparently some very bad business decisions means that they were fighting for bankruptcy all the way back in January 2024. And I don't know what happened beyond that point, but it didn't get better from there.
They weren't able to recover.
They never financially recover for this, but like for real this time.
All right.
Kind of sucks though.
You're sharing the other article?
I was gonna share the other article into the chat. Let me see. Daisy the Vegas Pisces saying, my bestie and I would watch Harriet the Spy when it just came out, then go outside and role play the movie. But my favorite role of hers was definitely Dawn in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yay, that's always nice. I didn't fix that. Here we go. Let's see here. Carisi greeting people. No, that's my store. They have a bigger selection than Hobby Lobby.
Sorry, you're going to Walmart now.
Emily Parkinson saying hi to Carisi. Tardis saying Yaya Han put out a video as her products are partnered with Joann's. I wonder if Michaels will pick up the slack. It's funny that Tardis should mention Yaya Han, because I was actually going to bring that up. So no prison polyester. Trust me, there's no shortage of prison polyester.
Yeah, well, first of all, yes, the other article that explains the closure of Joann's is available in the live chat for everybody to read. And secondly, yes, we do have the video from Yaya Han explaining her product being sold at Joann's and explaining the closure and what it means for her business. Want you?
Okay, so here we go. Let me
we are actively looking for
refresh that so we could watch her from the top.
That's what happens when all the
I'm making this video because I've gotten so many comments and questions about the closing of Joann and the future of my Cosplay by Yaya Han products. I'm going to try to answer all of your questions here. So first of all, just know that I have not been sitting on my laurels. Cosplay Fabrics has not been sitting on their laurels. For the last month, we've actually had a lot of meetings internally as well as with other companies. So we are actively looking for a fabric distributor. We want to find a new home for the Cosplay Fabrics, the trims, and even the EVA foam. For Cosplay Fabrics and I, this has been a 9-year ongoing partnership, and we're not ready to throw in the towel. So please know that we are looking for a distributor. And in fact, if you are a fabric distributor and you have the facilities and staff to cut by yard and ship, then please contact me through booking@yayahan.com or through my website. We want a reliable partner that can make these products available to the masses. That is within the United States as well as internationally. And also, because a lot of people have asked whether we will partner up with Michaels, please know that that would be amazing. And yes, we would love to partner with Michaels. But it's not as easy as moving everything from one type of store into another type of store, okay? Michaels has their own philosophy and vision and customers they want to reach. And honestly, we just want to convince them that the craft customer would go to Michaels for fabrics, and that, you know, there will be a void that they are in the best position to fill. So how can you help as the cosplay community? Please comment and write to Michaels, email them, tell them that you would buy the Cosplay by Yaya Han fabrics in their store. Tell them about me, tell them about the products, tell them the quality, and that you absolutely would spend your money in their stores. I have honestly always relied on you guys.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. It was never just, oh, Joann will listen to whatever it is that I say and they'll put whatever it is that I want in the stores. It has always been dictated by what you guys buy and what you tell them that you want, okay? So it might take a while, but I promise you that I will give you updates as soon as I have them. I hope that this video maybe gives you a little more peace of mind. I am working very, very hard behind the scenes, and as are other people at Cosplay Fabrics. And if we can, we will bring these materials to you again. All right, guys, hang in there. Keep crafting. Sewing is therapeutic, okay? I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Pretty straightforward. She's handling it like a boss.
The worst part is you can't even rely on online retailers because they tend to add shipping and taxing costs on top of that what you're already buying. So not even the most convenient option is the cheapest option anymore. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
Well, another thing is, when cosplayers buy fabric, they want the best quality, but they also want the deals.
The best
So
They don't want to pay out the wazoo
Yeah,
for
so if
it.
you have really good quality, but it's way too expensive, I mean, we all know most of us cosplayers are broke.
Pretty much. And Yaya Han does have a point. Michaels right now is in the best, they're in the best time right now because with with all the Joanne stores closing down, the people, specifically fabric crafters, they're gonna need a place to go to purchase the fabrics that they need. And not everybody has easy access to all the other stores that's mentioned in the other article that Juan shared.
Not everybody has easy access to Michaels. So if they are smart, this could be the time when that company makes a business decision that could make them very, very rich.
Now, as Yaya Han mentioned on the video, it is going to be a Herculean mountain to climb to get Michaels to partner with Yaya Han's fabrics.
No, which is why Zayana, Dragonfang, and K Storm were in our own frenzies and everything. Y'all sent us different articles and links stuff in the chat. For example, we got this. I believe Zayana shared this one.
Yeah, this is actually from one of my cosplayer friends, and
so
he
everyone
uses literally
screenshot this.
all of this.
Yes, what you're looking at, these are...
Sorry, I saw Wawak and I thought, is that the gas station? Holy shit,
Wawak.
they selling fabric? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's Wawa, they sell everything.
Yeah, no. This is a list of all the other websites, online stores to purchase your fabrics from.
And the cosplayer has used every single one of these, so he wouldn't have suggested them if they weren't good.
Exactly. So if you're looking to get your hands on some fabric, you could go ahead and check out any of these links that's posted right here. As Juan mentioned, go ahead and screenshot this and have it
Pause
saved.
now. Screenshot this. We're buying you time to do this. Don't cry to us and tell us that nobody helped you. We're trying to help.
So they know.
Exactly. And of
That's
course,
enough.
Okay,
Jesus,
Mr.
Juan.
Bezos,
Yeah.
Stock
being a dick, Juan. Jeez,
Never.
man. I thought Angel was being a dick, but you're
You
surpassing
had it up
him.
the whole time we were talking. They could have had it up
It's like
into.
a billionaire. It's not like the liquid assets. It's the estimated value of a minute.
See, there's also Anna Maria on the what are your website? Rifle Paper, Etsy.
Etsy.
Etsy, yeah.
Hi,
And,
Etsy.
and of course, Walmart.
Walmart
and Amazon.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna make
So
a small amount of live research here.
So everyone
Or you're
getting
gonna
this
find other options?
fabric.
I'm gonna check how much it is to buy clothing and the yarn fabric in Amazon.
By all means, go right ahead.
Funny you should mention that because right at the bottom of that thing, Amazon.com/fabric.
Okay.
Just go there.
Yeah.
Let me check real
But that being said, yeah, go ahead and screenshot the links, and also the article that provides the different options of other stores to choose from for fabric is in the AOL link that's shared on the live chat. So you could go ahead and save that link and bookmark it if you choose to. And yeah, because we want to help out. We want to help out the community by spread word, spread awareness that there are other places, there are other options. You are not doomed just because Joann's is shutting down.
The demand has not ceased, so if the market will not provide, the people will just find their own market.
It's true.
Now let me see if I can find something here. Let's put fabric. What's the average amount of yards a cosplayer would buy for a piece?
Ziana Rose, Dragonfang, can you ballpark it?
We
It
don't
depends
sew?
on the piece, Angel.
Okay, just an
No
average.
one really knows.
Say
spitball.
maybe 6 yards, whatever.
6
Let's say
yards.
6 yards. Yeah, okay.
6 yards fabric. Earliest result is. Okay, they're giving me outdoor fabrics.
This is what happens when you.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay, the prices are actually fairly standard, between $13 to $20. Highest I'm seeing is $29. So turns out that it turns out that Amazon might in fact be one of the easiest. Because listen, say whatever you will about the horrors those poor warehouse workers endure, the system fucking works in delivering the goods. So for now, if the actual travel costs are a little too difficult to handle the stores, it looks like Amazon might be the most affordable option for now, if only by virtue of delivery time, cost of fabric, and the amount of process you're taking. So I take back one bad thing I said about Jeff Bezos, but only one.
Only one. You only get one, Jeff!
Yeah. Listen, putting that fucking tree in the middle of the city was a bad idea. I'm just saying.
It's so stupid. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and move on here, and let's talk about something that's very freaking hilarious and laughable. All right, so right now, WWE Elimination Chamber is taking place over in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and it is happening as we speak. And the main event is, of course, the scheduled Elimination Chamber match. Whoever wins will get to headline WrestleMania in Las Vegas on 420, y'all.
So are we watching that?
Yes,
you can watch it. I mean, it's live right now.
Oh,
no. He's talking about WrestleMania.
I mean, the 420. Are we gonna get together, get some drinks and snacks like the old days?
You do know that 420 is Easter.
Well, there you go.
Perfect. What a great time to celebrate Easter, right?
You ever tried one of these?
But anyways, the main event for the Elimination Chamber is, of course, John Cena going up against Drew McIntyre, going up against Damian Priest, going up against Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay, what the fuck?
Going up against one of the most hated men on the internet, Logan Paul.
Wait, so he's like John Cena going through like a marathon?
It's not.
And going
it's
up
not him solo.
And going up against his antithesis, his own arch rival, CM Punk.
I forgot those two had like beef back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, but when you said that, I was just thinking that Cena's just on the ring and they just keep throwing opponents one after another.
That's right.
No,
CM
Angel.
Punk, the best in the world, Chicago-made, will be competing in the Elimination Chamber match. And if he's successful, he'll be able to headline WrestleMania and compete for the undisputed WWE Championship.
That's not important, though.
However,
these are some good names.
Unfortunately, CM Punk might also have another battle to face outside the squared circle.
That's why I was saying
an
that's
incredibly
not
stupid
this
one.
Is more important. This is more important because this is stupid.
All right.
Because it's dumb as shit.
Oh,
Angel,
God.
it's not. And for the record, Angel, it's not just the thing. They're all inside the Elimination Chamber.
Oh,
cage.
it's free for all.
It's a cage.
It's
It's a cage with 4 sectioned off segments.
Cage match. Cage
Yes,
match.
the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. But Juan does have a point. The real story is what we need to talk about. In an article provided to us by... Wait, this
is what you sent to me.
Oh yeah, by NBC. Yeah, by NBC. By NBC Sports. The headline reads.
Wait until I can zoom.
Oh wow! Holy shit! Oh yeah, that's big. Okay, this is good. The headline reads: Wrestler Ryan Nemeth sues Tony Khan and AEW and CM Punk. This article was published on February 23rd, 2026. And let's go ahead and scroll down.
2026. This was published.
2025. Sorry.
Oh my God! Has
We're going back in
We are
time.
good at news that we can see into the future.
Tony Khan, the son of the Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shad Khan, and the team's chief strategy officer.
Hold on, real quick before we continue. Gotta give a shout out to Legend of the Traveling TARDIS for the $5 super chat.
Hey!
Towards Angel's microphone.
Oh.
Happily.
We appreciate your please, sir. May I have
AI is attacking Angel again.
Yep.
Especially with these, it's 420. Everyone is watching. Is lit watching a resurrection. Yo, dude, this guy's so cool. He just came back from the dead.
Listen,
How appropriate.
I'm just saying, if Jesus shows up in WWE, I'd be like, okay, this is the best fucking show.
Okay, we can't do that, Angel. The closest we got is CM Punk.
Damn it.
Wrestling Jesus works.
He is fairly straight edge. So you said it's 420, right?
Yes.
Well,
Sunday.
420 is on Sunday. We are fucking watching this.
So,
Okay,
Tony
sure.
Khan, the son of the Jaguars owner Shad Khan and the team's chief strategy officer, has ended up on the wrong side of a lawsuit arising from the pro wrestling league owned and operated by the Khans. Via Fightful.com, wrestler Ryan Nemeth has sued Khan, All Elite Wrestling, and CM Punk in California State Court. The complaint, per the report, includes claims of assault, breach of contract, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, and intentional interference with prospective advantage.
Translation, you took away my spotlight, you fuck.
So you took away my ability to earn money in my profession.
Now,
To be fair, that is the spotlight for wrestlers.
Now, the gist of the case is that Nemeth accuses CM Punk of assault. Quote, benched him at CM Punk's request. Nemeth contends that after CM Punk left AEW for the WWE, the defendants attempted to, quote, blackball Nemeth from professional wrestling. From paragraph 41 of the complaint obtained by Fightful.com, quote, Tony Khan blames Nemeth for Brooks leaving AEW and has used his significant resources to make sure that Nemeth can never wrestle again, make a living in wrestling.
Hey, remind me, what is Nemeth doing right now?
He's wrestling in total non-stop action.
Are you saying that
He's
living in wrestling then?
Yes,
Yes!
he is. With pro wrestling, it's always hard to know where the bits and the publicity stunts end and where the truth begins. Last April, for instance, Tony Khan played up the notion that he'd been injured in the ring wearing a cartoonish neck brace during the draft. Appearing on NFL Network while wearing the apparatus, Tony Khan said the WWE, quote, is like the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling.
That is a fucking really big thing to...
This is what we call a verbal faux pas.
God, that is so outrageous.
No, it's not even a good verbal faux pas. It's fucking stupid.
It's like it's the verbal equivalent of taking a fart in the middle of a fancy dinner. Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but do you really have to do it like that?
I see Dragon Fang's expressions and Zayonda's.
I'm just saying, man. If you say outrageous shit like that, you're gonna get a lot of laughs.
I mean, it is wrestling. It's meant to be outrageous in a sense, but there are like levels to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
the problem is everyone could anyone who was watching the issue where he was injured and was wearing a neck brace. Everyone who was watching when that happened on television and how they were plastering that on the NFL Network with that exact same clip with all that stuff that they were actually doing in the ring with it, can tell 150% that the neck injury angle was never going to work because it wasn't presented in a way where it could be feasible.
Because Tony Khan doesn't know how to sell it.
Yeah, there's also the fact that, you know what, nobody likes Tony Khan, so...
Nobody likes
He's an overgrown child, we know that.
When people are injured, people gasp in horror. When Tony Khan gets injured, people go, do it again.
All right, continuing with the article. All right, so... Continuing with the article. Scroll down, please. Okay. Still, the lengthy excerpts from the lawsuit obtained by Fightful.com look legitimate. We'll see how this plays out and whether it will prompt any league scrutiny of Tony Khan.
Answer, no it won't. He's too busy snorting his snow.
He's going to pull his head out of the bucket and go, what?
I'm saying what?
Now, of course, this isn't the first legal blunder that CM Punk has been involved with. CM Punk has been involved in a legal battle with WWE in regards forever ago due to a misdiagnosed staph infection that he suffered in 2013/2014.
Like, there was a part of that man's back that was turning into a science volcano, and the doctor just looked at that shit and went, "Hey, I'll just slap some omeprazole in that bitch and call it a day." Omeprazole is heartburn medicine.
Bro,
that's how incompetent.
No, we're talking about MRSA.
Yeah, the heart is like right here.
No,
no.
He means like a Z-Pack, like a really cheap, low-level antibiotic, and that was the only thing keeping the actual staph infection from getting up.
Yeah, you know, cyclobenzaprine.
Angel's just spouting words now.
Yeah. Omeprazole is also called Prilosec.
Yeah.
For those who don't already know.
So, yeah, it was the
By the way, special appearance here from K-Storm Cosplay here.
Hello, K-Storm. How are you doing today?
I'm about to be cooking y'all spaghetti and meat sauce.
Bitchin'!
Yay!
Thank you.
All right, so getting
your portion. Haha.
So getting back to the story. All right, I don't have to tell any of y'all what MRSA is or what a staph infection is, so I'll spare y'all the graphic details.
Thank you. I do not wish to be grossed out. Thank you.
Yeah, but this is not the first legal battle, and of course, CM Punk has recently coming out trying to move on from a controversy from his departure from AEW. Let's not forget the freaking brawl-out situation that happened with CM Punk back in 2022.
CM Punk has always been known for being both an incredibly talented wrestler, but also a very confrontational, my way or the highway guy. Now, that mostly works because when you get down to it, CM Punk is willing to work with other wrestlers. For all the times people complain about his ego, the man is more than willing to share the spotlight. But the fact that everybody knew that the moment he showed up in AEW, he was taking everybody's spotlight. You guys remember his dramatic entrance when he finally moved there the first time, right?
Yes.
The lights, the screaming, the crowd going mad. You could tell
back in July 2021, yes.
Yeah, you could tell that they were going to play him as the goose that lays the golden eggs. Unfortunately, the new and not so new talent at AEW didn't see it that way. There was a lot of egos clashing, a lot of, hey, you, get off my cloud. I'm quoting that really awesome Disney movie. You know
Which unfortunately comes with the territory because pro wrestling is basically dealing with a combination of jocks and theater kids, and egos can get in the way.
Let's not lie to ourselves. The title may often go to the ladies, but in wrestling, everybody's a fucking diva.
He's got a point there.
Unfortunately, eventually, like tensions came to a boiling point. We talked about this. There was the fight in the locker room. Everybody got harshly slapped on the wrist. And eventually, CM Punk decided, you know what? This place is not giving me the respect that I am due. And he left.
Oh, no. Yeah,
That
was after he had a conversation with Jungle Boy Jack Perry after Jack made a snide comment on pay-per-view talk about real glass.
Exactly.
Involving a glass-related incident.
I love the fact that everybody immediately agreed that no, Punk was in the right here. That was a dangerous safety hazard. What is wrong with you?
It was a stupid move to do.
You stupid moron. You almost died.
It's even dumber when you consider two things. Number one, actually, let me stop considering things because I see Kyle Cannon in the chat. Holy shit, Kyle!
Hey!
5 memberships!
Brother,
congratulations and thank you very much, Kyle. So congratulations to Matthew Coburn, Sarah Serenity Magical Cosplay, Carbonized Stardust, who is this? Snookmeister, and Dusty Lane for receiving your free memberships courtesy of Kyle.
Yay!
Thank you for that.
But getting back to the CM Punk story here.
Here's the crazy thing. Everyone who had been watching the story of what was happening with CM Punk leaving All Elite Wrestling basically said, like we're mentioning, it came down to Punk not being respected as a person. He's trying to lead by example. He's trying to be more helpful to people backstage, saying, okay, so this is what's up with your match. Okay, I think you should do this and that. And
I wonder if they took that personally. Like, how dare you criticize me?
Actually, yes. What was it that Hangman Adam Page says? Oh, hey, I don't need to listen to anyone's advice.
Yeah, I don't take anybody's advice.
I don't take anybody's advice. When the backstage areas has people like Jake the Snake Roberts, when you have people like Jeff Jarrett, older dudes who are legendary.
They know the business.
The former world's strongest man, Mark Henry, before he left.
Basically, these guys who would sit back there to help work with these guys to help them put their matches together, and you have arrogant little shits like that who are like, oh well, I don't need to. I'm the man. I don't need to listen to any fucking buddy.
It's really stupid.
It's childish and it's dumb. So fast forward to this goal of Ryan Nemeth.
Ryan Nemeth, oh my God.
I'm surprised it took so long. It's been a while since CM Punk left.
Yeah, he's been gone from All Elite Wrestling for a year and a half already now.
Now, at this point...
Striking while the iron is frozen solid.
Now, at this point, of course, this is not affecting Ryan Nemeth right now in TNA. He's still being featured on their program every week.
One could argue he has a better deal here than he got in AEW to begin with.
Correct. But that being said, we're not going to get into the whole story of CM Punk's time with All Elite Wrestling. If you want to hear about it, we have done episodes of it on the Black Files and on the Ravens Flock back from 2022 and 2023, and a little bit of 2024.
It's been a bit of a long, twisting story, but it still boils down to the fact of, this job fucking sucks, I'm leaving. Wait, this job sucks even more, I'm leaving to the other job that is better now. Why is my coworker pissed at me? Did I steal his fucking shift or something?
Also, the other coworkers accusing CM Punk of getting one of their friends fired.
Yeah, there's that too. Once again, it's always gonna be a clash of egos. You got big people with big personalities and larger than life ambitions, and as much as you hate to admit it, it is a competition. And a competition means people gotta lose, and everybody's always wrestling. Not just for the beauty of the stage or the shining lights, but because the eyes of the world are on you. The clout of the people, the voices of the fans, they are literally the fuel that keeps your career going, and that is a very limited resource. You want that delicious pie, but if the fans don't like you, then you're going to fall off the rankings. It's a pretty cutthroat industry.
I guess that's why Ryan Nemeth is trying to use the cheat code of, I'm going to sue my former employer so that I can become famous and get money.
Wow. Ain't that just going to make him bad in the eyes of the fans? Like, wow, my favorite wrestler is so big.
Oh, no.
He's taking this to legal
I didn't talk about this, but he did have a talk segment on TNA last Thursday, and he was booed out from the Orlando, Florida.
Congratulations. You are affecting you are hurting your own fan bases. You are taking a pair of scissors to your paycheck, my man. That's on you, brother. Man, what is it with all these people having beef?
Wait, what happened with this camera? Hang on. There we go. It just lagged for a minute. There we go.
Oh, okay.
No, it lagged for a minute.
No, you're good. You're good.
It looked like I broke my neck.
No, you're fine. Right? But that being said, speaking of cutthroat industries.
Before I segue into that with that incredibly painful segue, thank you. You guys notice why is it with this problem with people having beef with CM Punk continuously fucking themselves over?
And that's the really
do anything, they screw themselves.
That is so bizarre.
The guys that he put in the locker, If they didn't throw the first punch, nothing would have happened.
Yeah, CM Punk has always been looked at and being being looked down as a guy where controversy follows him no matter where he goes.
But he doesn't do anything. They crash against the wall and break. McIntyre.
Okay, that's more
story based.
That's more
fucking championship run of all time.
That's more of a story based.
That's a storyline beat thing.
It kind of follows the pattern.
It
Even though
does.
their fight, he nearly lost because he screwed himself.
But the actual, like another actual bit is, you can argue that with the footage of CM Punk actually getting into that one fight backstage that actually caused him to leave. Yeah, he threw the first punch on that one. But it was also at the same time the other guy, Jack Perry, was getting up in his face and
he was provoking him into aggression.
Exactly,
and he was asking for that knuckle sandwich.
And what was it that CM Punk said? He got it from his buddy, the UFC fighter Chael. Was like,
don't let him get too close.
Yeah, sometimes you can't. You like there are times when you can't let a motherfucker get too close. Yeah. So like,
one would argue that some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate
uphill.
And like you said, he was behaving responsibly. He didn't punch or hit anyone. He just choked somebody a little.
Yeah. Well, it was like a what sort of choke was it? Like a rear naked kind of thing? Like
no, it was a straight up like throat choke.
Oh no, it wasn't. No, he didn't do that. He got like into like a tussle kind of thing, and then
he got into a tussle, and then
he gave the knuckle sandwich.
Yes, it was like a headlock.
All right.
Now,
so
unfortunately, I'm sad to say that when it comes to entertainment, we are 2 for 2 with stupid news. Hey, one.
Are we making it a 3?
More stupid news?
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
To my dying fucking days, that will be my most cherished memory in wrestling. It was so petty. He flew across the world, dressed as a ref.
No, he grabbed the woman ref's shirt.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, hey, lady ref, I need a shirt real quick.
Here's $20. Give me that shit." Runs to the arena. The camera doesn't show his face while McIntyre is waiting for the 1, 2, 3 count that could cost him the championship. Turns around and CM Punk goes 1, 2,
and doesn't count to 3. Hey, buddy, no, you're just getting a 2 count.
Shows his face, and the crowd goes fucking insane because this means that CM Punk literally went, "My hated wrestling rival is about to wrestle in the greatest match of his life on the other side of the world." Alexa, how quickly can I get a plane ticket? That requires that, and that shit is respectable. The news that I have right now are most definitely not fucking respectful. It's time to shit on Warner Bros. Because, man, they have been doing a lot of questionable business decisions for the last few years, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many projects have they slashed?
How many have they burned?
A lot.
How many have they sold off and destroyed in order to get a tax write-off?
Alas, far more than the world needs. Now, Warner
How many
Bros.
coked out dweebs are they paired up with? One, and that one is one too many. Tony
Exactly. Now, Warner Bros. Actually has a surprisingly good history of making games. They made the Batman Arkham series,
which was beautiful.
Which is fucking solid. They made the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games.
Just beautiful.
Good. And basically, almost any game they make with the property is usually, at the very least, pretty damn good. Unfortunately, ever since they got involved in that merger, they've been slashing projects and canceling shit left, right, and center. And recently, we got news that they canceled something that I honestly had no idea they were even doing. As brought to us by the boys at
IGN. Dyslexic ass.
No, because it's ignorant.
My God.
IGN. Ignorant.
No, ignorant.
Oh, whatever.
Ignorant.
Oh, whatever.
They don't deserve good spelling. They fuck.
Go back to school.
Oh, my
No.
Lord.
I already have enough horror in my life. Thank you.
Go back to school.
So, Warner Bros. Cancels the Wonder Woman game and closes 3 studios.
So, when we're never going to announce
when was there a Wonder Woman
doing
game?
a Wonder Woman
Fact,
game?
this game has been developed for almost a decade.
Yeah. Okay, then why the heck did we not know about this?
Because they didn't tell anybody.
No.
Keep scrolling.
They kept it
please.
under wraps.
I love Wonder Woman.
Alas, honestly, when you think about it, Wonder Woman would have made an excellent God of War clone. We got swords,
It would have,
We
yeah.
got the shield, we got the sweet lasso of truth, we got wrestling moves.
Yeah.
She does wrestling moves.
She could fight like a Greek wrestling move of
She
doom.
could crush bad guy head like
Spiral egg between thighs. And this was posted on...
Deca Valentine, posted on the 25th of February. Warner Bros. Is canceling the planned Wonder Woman game and shutting down 3 studios. Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Brothers San Diego, according to Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier. Now, continue scrolling down, please. Schreier broke the news on Blue Sky today, followed by a release of the full report by Bloomberg. Shortly after Schreier's post, WB itself confirmed the shutdowns to Kotaku in a statement. We have had to make some very difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investment around building the best possible pile of cocaine we can show our head in.
Oh my god!
Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones, after careful consideration. Oh, by the way, the Quidditch game they released also shut down recently because they didn't bother supporting the game.
Yeah.
They just threw it out there and then they just, nothing. Not even any advertisement.
They just dropped it.
Yeah, even something as popular as Harry Potter needs advertisement. They didn't bother advertising the damn thing.
Why?
Because shut up, that's why.
Because the spell backfired on them faster than Ron Weasley's than Ron's broken wand.
After careful consideration, we are closing 3 of our development studios. Monolith Productions, Player Fisting Games, and
Player
Warner
first.
Bros. I know what I said.
Player
Games San Diego. This is a strategic change in direction because I need more golden toilets and not a reflection of these teams and talents that consist of them. The development of Monolith's Wonder Woman video game will not move forward. Our hope was to give the players and fans the highest quality experience possible from the iconic character, and unfortunately, this is no longer possible within our strategic priorities. By the way, I'm pretty sure those strategic priorities have to do with the fact that they completely beefed it with the Suicide Squad Killed Justice League game.
I saw the article.
I forgot about that game until you mentioned it.
Fun fact, after all the shit they did and all the crap they write in that game through, they tried to salvage it by dropping a digital comic that shows that, no, wait! The Justice League members you killed were all clones made by Brainiac. Bionicle.
By Brionic.
No, do not
By
disrespect
Brionic of the
please.
Ice Barrier.
Please
What?
don't.
By the way, this also means that within the story of the game, okay, you kill the clones, but the entire city's fucked, millions are dead, and Wonder Woman, the only normal, hero, essentially died believing her best friends had turned into monsters.
Like the actual Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that was the real Wonder Woman. She was the only one
So
that
they
was
just
killed.
killed actual Wonder Woman.
They killed actual Wonder Woman.
That's awful!
What the hell?
Nope, do not do
No.
My Girl
And the
Injustice,
worst
come
part
on.
is, She
No.
basically died knowing that the 4 criminals were the only hope of saving the world. That woman died in absolute despair.
Why?
Wow.
That's just bad.
While knowing that all her friends have been turned into psychopathic serial killers.
That's
Even
just
though
awful.
they
That's
weren't.
awful story writing. What the fuck?
Until now.
I don't like it.
You know what was the only good part about that game?
What?
What?
The fact that when you lose to a certain hero in their boss fights, they get a specific execution for every single character that they kill. My personal favorite is Superman, because he just grabs whoever you're playing, tosses them in the air, punches the shit out of them, strong enough that it keeps them alive to suffer, drops them in the ground, and then fries them with heat vision.
Why doesn't he just fry everything with heat vision
Because
and get
he
it over
wants
with?
them to hurt.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give them a quick death, Juancho. That's too generous.
Ironically, the Superman game over screens are the most brutal ones because you can tell he could just miss you with one punch. But no. He's hitting you hard enough that you feel the pain, but enough that you're alive, so he can grab you, throw you to the ground, and activate air fryer mode. It's great.
This doesn't sound fucking terrifying
It's
at
the only
all.
good part of
That's the only good part of the game. The rest of the game is dog shit.
Heroes die.
The rest of the game is dog shit. Don't buy it.
Earlier this year, another Bloomberg report suggested Wonder Woman was in trouble after rebooting and switching direct. Oh yeah, no, that's usually a sign that the project's. This came amid larger struggles at the company's gaming division, including the layoffs at Rocksteady. We talked about those before. The lukewarm,
Lukewarm.
section, and the shutdown of Multiversus, which was also a spectacular failure. And you know what the saddest thing is about Multiversus?
What?
They shut it down right after implementing a series of updates that the fans were asking for. They made the game actually good, and then they shut it down.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Even more recently, Warner Bros. Games has appeared to undergo a restructuring of sorts, as longtime Games head David Haddad announced his departure from the company, and rumors circulated that the division might be sold off. Specifically, this move represents a blow, yeah, it's a blow, right, to WB's DC Universe connected gaming efforts, which are not really that connected unless you want to call glue and string a connection. Notably, just yesterday, James Gunn and Peter Safran said in a presentation that there would be a couple of years before the next DCU.
AK what, 10 years?
Maybe?
Not 20.
Man. Daily reminder, Marvel Rivals exists. You know what they just did recently?
What did they do recently?
You know how I told you that the purple currency can only be used per season at your resets?
Yep.
Well, if you have a certain amount of purple currency, you may turn a portion of that into regular premium currency to buy costumes and such.
Cool.
So, instead of basically buying everything on the season pass and go, well, I don't gotta play the game anymore, If you want to, you can keep playing, beating challenges, and earning currency. And when the next season comes around, you go, I will turn this into blue currency so I can buy costumes in the other location.
Oh.
By the way, that's how I got the Things costume where he dresses like a detective.
Huh.
You don't need Fantastic Four when you got one of me. I fucking love the Thing. The Thing is great.
All
With
right.
this closure, the games industry loses 3 incredibly storied studios. Monolith Productions, which have been working on Wonder Woman, was founded in 1994 and acquired by WB in 2004. It is best known for, damn it, they made Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
Oh.
By the way, this means that their Pioneer system, the loaded Nemesis system, they get to keep that shit until 2036 before it becomes public.
Boo!
It's my IP to sit on and do nothing with.
How dare they?
Player First Games, the newer studio established in 2019, was responsible for Multiversus. The game was originally well received but saw large success, but underperformed relative to their expectations. WD San Diego, similarly, is the newer studio in 2019 with focus on mobile free-to-play. Okay, I don't feel too bad about that one shutting down. These shutdowns continue a trend going back roughly 3 years of increasing game industry layoffs, project cancellations, and studio closures. In 2023 alone, it's estimated that over 10,000 game devs were laid off. The number should up to 14,000 next year, and by 2019, we're already seeing closures. The exact number of impacted individuals is hazier due to fewer companies reporting these layoffs, of course, or specific numbers affected. So, yeah, unfortunately, it looks like WB has decided that they're not making infinite money, so a lot of people are going to lose their jobs now.
And until they were able to turn their profit around, it seems like the trend is going to continue into next year.
You know what the saddest thing is, though?
What?
Spoilers. In the last leg of Shadow of Mordor, Talion, main character, voiced by Troy Baker, finally finishes his mission, and he's about to die. And as he's about to die, his elven companion is about to, abandon him for her own mission because she has her own story going. Do you know what his last words are to her?
What?
Please don't abandon me in this forsaken land.
Oh.
So she takes pity on him, and he takes his body and takes him back to bury him in his own home, Infinity Steel. And the last thing he sees is like a gladiator-esque version of him walking to the fields to meet his family again.
Why are they saying that your audio keeps cutting in and out?
I don't know. Maybe WE is trying to fire me too.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and read the little bits of the chat here. So let's hear.
Thank you.
Yes, rest in peace, Monolith. Loved the first Fear game from Fart Knocker.
Oh god damn it! They may fear too. Shit.
And Ben Cruz says, "I'm currently playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Fun game, just needs more friends."
Whenever I get the
Hey,
game,
Angel,
I will find you.
you need more friends.
I am friends.
So why don't you play with him?
So, since we had to talk about bad things, it is time to talk about good things. This is not a review. This is not a report. There's not even an article. I'm just going to start talking about my experience with Monster Hunter Wilds for the last 5 hours.
Please, Angel, give us your personal anecdotes.
So far,
Play.
so the game crashed 5 times in a row.
Of course.
So I turn off frame generation. I don't know why they put that there. That is terrible. Anything that has to do with AI shouldn't be in my game to begin with. And now the game works like a charm. Thankfully, minimum amount of crashes and dips, small technical issues and graphic glitches here and there, but they were very far and few in between, and Capcom supposedly is going to roll a patch to fix those. Now,
I don't know.
please let us know if one sounds clearly.
Yeah, because I'm using Angel's microphone right now.
Now, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that so far this is my game of the year. I am not exaggerating when I say this game looks fucking gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen, and holy shit, the gameplay is so smooth, I swear I am sliding on butter while covered in ancient Chinese silk. So far, all the weapons are back, they have new moves, and I gotta say, the newly introduced critical wound mechanic, it's a good, I would call it a good compromise, because the clutch claw in World was somewhat divisive. Having to do that thing constantly just to tenderize the monster was very annoying. Here, the game just does the following. If you attack the monster enough times in a specific area, they develop a wound, and you can perform a special attack that does a really sick animation, and the wound is destroyed and it does damage and the monster flinches. So it encourages you to stay aggressive and to be strategic where you attack. So far, it is very easy on low rank, but that's mostly because I'm an experienced gamer of this franchise, and they really want to make sure this is welcoming to new players. They outright remove certain options until you fulfill certain missions, so they introduce the mechanics gradually. You don't get the fishing rod until you do like your first hunt. They really want you to get used to everything before they start bombarding you with shit. You can customize your radial menus, and they even added an optimal healing option, where you just click it and your hunter will just pick the best item from their menu to heal themselves.
That's very good.
Fishing.
Yep.
We're fishing around in your inventory.
Also, your cat gets all the skills by default. They get the hunting horn, they get the shield, they get the healing wasp, and they get a status healing wasp, which is blue.
Thank you.
That's pretty gnarly.
You get the NyQuil wasp.
All right.
They get all the skills. And
Awesome.
Also, I won't lie to you, the level of customization goes a little further than the sheer amount of options you have for appearance. You can change your appearance at any time. Anytime.
Oh,
Do you
good.
remember in
So you're not stuck.
World?
You need a vouchers for that.
Yes.
No more
No
vouchers.
vouchers.
It
Oh
was
my god, that's
so freaking
amazing.
hard trying to get vouchers.
Because
No.
the one that I got for the demo, I just want to tweak her tiny bit.
Yeah.
Same.
But otherwise, she's perfect.
Yeah, okay. Now, to be fair though, there are parts you cannot change. Your face, you pick your face, you're stuck with that face. But everything else you can change on that face. The brows, the height, the eye shape, the eye color, the hair, the style, the lips, everything. The stubble. You want some makeup, you want some tattoos, put that shit in there.
So you can change eye color too?
Yes, and shape.
Excellent.
That's
they
pretty
give you a massive gradient of colors to choose from.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you've sold us.
Ben
We're happy to hear that you like it.
But I am not done over explaining.
Bro, you're gonna give away too much
Oh yeah,
of the game, bro.
yeah. You can decide if you want the pelican to go
Language
meow
or
meow
English.
meow or English.
And you can change that at any time. You can change it even in the middle of gameplay.
I will do it as English just because.
I'm gonna English because my cat is cute. Now, aside from customization options, you can change the color of your cat, the fur of your cat, and you can change the color of your secret, your board,
Yep.
your horse of a different name. I turned mine into an American eagle because we're going to fucking colonize this world.
Oh my god.
Now, no spoilers here because I'm gonna stop at this
you
point.
get to
in chapter
color
5.
that one.
As soon as you're done with chapter 5.
Okay.
It's very short. Trust me. It takes you like 2 hours to get to that point.
Okay.
However, chapter 5 is where you fight the Doshaguma, which you fought in the demo. Now, the fight is a lot harder here because Doshaguma is an alpha and he's tougher and bigger. In fact, you're guaranteed to get your first gold crown here. However, the game decided to do a good combination of both cinematic experience and actual gameplay. Because it's not just go here and fight the monster. Oh, no. It becomes an actual chase scene where you hunt down the horde as they are trampling through the village. And you actually isolate the alpha, so a bunch of Banabra giant worms drag it into a sandpit. And just as you think you are safe, the sandstorm rolls in. And as the lightning starts raining all over the place, the fucking Doshaguma erupts out of the sand, grabs the worm, pries open its jaw, and body slams that bitch into the ground like it owes him a WWE championship belt. And then, for the first time in the game, the actual battle theme of that area starts playing, blaring at full volume as your first actual big monster fight happens. And that is an incredible introduction to the game. Because before that, you fight other monsters. You fight like, what was the name of the giant toad and the rooster, and I forgot the other. And that's it. You just fight those two guys. And then the game goes, okay, you master the basics. Here is the real first big fight of the game. Nice. And then, after you beat it, and it is a really fucking sick fight, because, bro, guys, the theme of the sandy area of the desert, it has this, how do I explain it? What's the name of the instrument? Brass instruments?
Yeah.
Very bombastic brass. So it creates this feeling of, yeah, exactly. Increasing danger, and then Ray Dow showed up.
The what?
Ray Dow showed up.
It's a monster.
The railgun dragon showed up.
Yeah.
He was not supposed
I'm
to
sorry,
be there.
what?
I brought him there by accident.
Okay, let's stop right there because now we're crossing into spoilers.
What?
No, they showed that one in the demo.
Oh, okay.
A railgun drag. I give.
Okay, so there is big sandstorms in the desert that are filled with lightning. There is even a monster who has evolved to have a giant spike on his body to absorb lightning and use it as a rod. Now, every single region has an apex. There's usually, the herbivores, the weak monsters, the ones that eat them, and the big dude at the top. The big dude at the top is called Raydao, and he's a giant dragon with golden scales and a beautiful blue pattern. The dragon has two big old horns that extend like this, on the sides of the head, and when he gets pissed, he moves them forward, absorbs lightning, and turns his body into a railgun. Yeah. It killed me. Then I came back because I'm never down, and I took down the Doshaguma.
Never be game over?
Exactly, and I got to make a full suit of armor. Oh yeah, I gotta get this another way. They address the complaints of world. From upgrade 1, you are getting beautifully crafted weapons based on the materials of the monsters you get, and you get fantastic, beautiful armors. Like, the first armor you make alone is you can make it from the frog monster, but if you do it from the cockatrice monster, you look like a musketeer with a big old poncho. And then the game fully opens up as the story goes on. You can play with other players. Oh, I forgot, before I'm done, one last thing that they fix, another quality of life. If you join with another player, you can choose to play by yourself without seeing them, or you can choose to do a link party where you're both in the map and you can see each other. And if you're both doing story content, obviously you'll be alone for the cutscene. But the moment the player whoever starts fighting the monster first for the story will automatically send an invite to the other player. And when you're both with the fight,
will be nice.
Then you don't have to do the SOS.
Not anymore.
Thank God.
If you team up with the players, you can both go to the location, watch the cutscene separately. The party will disband for that, and then you will reunite when the fight starts, and you will get an automatic invite.
That is so
All
nice.
right, awesome, dude. Well,
And yes, when you beat the monster, it will progress the story for everybody who hasn't done that mission yet.
Okay,
Nice.
so another
Very
thing.
good.
Have they addressed the crappy disconnects?
Surprisingly, yes.
Good. Okay, so
Excellent.
that means that whenever we tried to play with
Excellent.
Worlds, we always kept getting disconnected.
Yeah, no,
now we
constant.
shouldn't
We
have that
memorized
issue.
that fucking error message. There was a bit of a clunky disconnect here and there, but once I turned off my VPN, apparently I was getting in the way. Smooth connection, didn't drop even
I
once.
look forward to doing that whenever we
High
can get the whenever I get the game.
Now, the
Yes.
one restriction is, of course,
It is cross play,
yeah.
right? Good.
The one restriction is obviously I cannot take a mission that is above my rank.
Yes.
Like if
Yeah.
I haven't fought that monster, like if I have like 2 monsters to fight before I get to your monster, I gotta get through that first. But you can join me and help me, and we can get clear of that matter.
Okay.
Just
So-
like you used to do with me.
Exactly.
And me.
all right.
So overall, I am happy to say that it is a massive improvement over the other one. Now, admittedly, the actual technical issues are still there. Capcom will roll the patch, but overall, the game is a genuine guaranteed success. Monster Hunter World, at its peak, was 300k plus players. This game, on day 1, launch night, 12 a.m., nearly broke 1 million. And then it broke 1 million 1 hour later.
Yeah.
So needless
Awesome.
to say, its reputation is well earned, and I hope that it succeeds even further.
Oh,
We
it is
may.
going to succeed.
That's
And
nice.
That's it.
Oh, no, it's all good. And I hope that it succeeds too. The same cannot be said for the reputation of other companies. Hey, Angel, you ever go into your closet and you ever find that really, really old jacket and you've never worn it for years and it's been a long time since you worn it, but you put it
Yeah.
on and it feels so good?
Yeah, I actually, in fact, do. Is that brown jacket I wear all the time. I love it. It's my favorite.
Well, this feels nothing like that.
It feels nothing like it.
Oh no, please don't. No,
Hang
no,
No, Angel.
No!
We're going back.
No!
We're going back, bro.
No!
But
Get back,
Please
baby.
don't.
But you know what? Let's give a minute because
Where are the skewers?
you had them.
Somewhere.
You put them there.
Yeah, just in case you weren't sure WB didn't screw itself over hard
All
enough.
over there. Move.
Just
Hang
in
on.
case
Move
WB didn't screw itself over high enough, I'm afraid that even if Blizzard is not being talked about, the dumpster fire burns on and on.
Okay, guys.
Say the line, Angel. Say the line.
Let's talk about Activision.
Sans Blizzard.
Sans
No,
Blizzard.
please.
Now, as you know, Activision's reputation has been going down the toilet even faster than before recently. The fact that the most recent titles of Call of Duty have simply, they're just not pulling the numbers and the fame. And unfortunately, just like every big industry with lots of money and stupid common sense, they decided that they want to give that blasted AI technology a shot and see what happens.
Ew.
For the record, Activision already got raked through the coals a couple of years ago when people found that one of their advertisements for the next game was blatantly using AI. It showed a soldier on a green background, and if you look carefully, hell, even if you didn't look carefully, you notice that, you know how soldiers have all those googles and lights and shit on their helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looked like melted asphalt.
Oh God.
So,
That's
once again,
awful.
reminding us that AI is nothing but pure soulless slop.
In another article, article provided to us by Eigen.com,
IGN, you.
Eigen-Daz is the worst
Eigen.
ice cream bar.
IGN, which is a short for ignorant. No, I joke. But headline reads, Activision finally admits it uses generative AI for some Call of Duty Black Ops 6 assets after
This
backlash,
line fucking
following AI slop zombie Santa loading screen.
I hate the fact that they're saying that they finally admitted it. Like, somebody called them out several times, and only now they went,
Like,
okay,
yeah, okay.
fine, I
We
guess.
We kind of did it.
Sorry, Mom.
Alright, like, before we get into the article, we must partake.
Let us toast.
Everyone, bring your things together. Let me fucking move this in.
Let it be cleansed into the flame of retribution.
Oh my God. This is so fun.
Let
Yeah.
it be cleansed into
Fuck
the
you,
fire.
Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
Let the burning commence.
Like that song from Rain of Fire, Mad at
As I
Gravity.
set the world on fire.
We can go higher than the sun.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want
We are young.
This ain't working. Turn
let
this-
it actually burn and rotate as we do it, so it'll go around. And
Yeah.
the flames go.
I
Yeah,
was
don't let it sit in
so-
one corner like I did.
Hobo ass.
Shut up.
No.
He went to
Learn
the
to fly.
cockchair corner. Speaking of, I gotta say, those $30 air fryers from Costco, fucking great.
Nice.
Works like a charm on everything, even salmon.
Well, that's good.
I was very,
Salmon.
I was very worried about salmon. I have failed my marshmallow.
There we go.
I need
Hey,
that
wow,
fire,
come
please.
on, man.
I'm trying to get in. It's running out of fuel here.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's running out of fuel here.
Damn.
All right, well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to let it simmer.
Kindle the fire like the Dark Souls games.
I'm going to let it simmer. It's simmering. It's simmering. I still see a little bit of fire. It's still burning.
Hermano, Juan, how cool.
You gotta understand, guys. I'm a very simple creature, so I'm easily amused.
Fire, fire, fire.
I'm gonna steal a little bit of fire from you.
Help yourself, man.
Careful, because they'll end up crispy.
It's okay. I will be your Prometheus.
No. You ain't gotta do that, Juan.
Or
I'm
one
still.
would call it Prometheus.
Then it's not stealing, Juan. Come on.
Alright, well, there's no more fire left in that.
All right.
Come on, keep
A
burning.
toast
piece of shit.
to.
Hang on, I'm trying to keep this baby alive.
Are you kidding
1
me?
HP and a dream. Ah.
A toast to Activision.
I don't want to be a god.
And their continuous failure.
No, I'm not a god. I just want to bring fire to the people. And I want my cut. Dum bum. One of the best Lex Luthor lines given is from Kevin Spacey of all folks.
Hey, man. Good script.
Mhm.
Run!
Angel is no, it doesn't apply to everything.
Damn it. Okay, so give him a hand. By Wesley Jean Poole on February 25th. Man, lots of stuff going down on the 25th, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty maker Activision has finally admitted to using generative AI in the development of Black Ops 6. Yeah, more like Call Ops 6. Nearly 3 months after the fans accused the company of creating an AI slop zombie Santa loading screen. Hang on, I gotta see a picture of this. Oh no, there it is.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that is blatantly AI.
Gross.
Why does he have 6 fingers?
No, funnily enough, K-Storm and I found a video of someone who actually does have legitimately 6 fingers on each hand.
Okay,
But-
what does this one do?
Yeah, no, that's
I
not.
don't think Santa did that. Okay, so in December, following the release of the Season 1 Reloaded update, fans noticed a number of telltale signs in Black Ops 6 loading screens, calling cards, and art used to explain how zombie community events work. At the center of the backlash was a loading screen image of Zombie Santa, aka Necroclaws, which some said showed an undead Father Christmas with 6 fingers. Generative AI often struggles with hands, adding extra digits where they should not be,
This is how
as you can see. Actually, hang on, let me
This is how you know these guys are trying hard.
get a little
Calling
closer.
them Necroclaws.
Hang on, scroll down just a little bit. Let me look at the detail. Stop. Let's see. It's fair. Yeah, no, it's ironic because everything else looks like it would fit until you look at the hand. Like, it somehow missed the most obvious detail imaginable. Also, wait, no, it missed another one. How is he holding that first package?
Yeah, how is he holding?
It's
this?
just floating in front of him.
Exactly.
Another image of a glove hand was used to show off a new Zombies community event, and it contained what looked like 6 fingers with no thumb screen, suggesting up to 7 digits in the hand. Yeah, look at that hand.
No, I don't.
No, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Also, if you
It's
look
hideous.
if you look carefully at the jaw of that zombie, he has way more teeth than he's supposed to be.
Yeah, and you see over here where the lip's supposed to end.
Yeah.
It looks like the.
Also,
beginning
this
of
phone
more
is not
teeth.
mine. Whose phone is this?
That's Dragon's
That's my phone.
Oh, that's Angel's phone.
Yeah, like also his upper incisors are literally a diagonal line. You see that shit? The release of the Zombie Santa image sparked a closer look at other images in Black Ops 6, which some of the Call of Duty communities subsequently call into question. Redditor Sean Ladida, highlighted 3 images included in paid bundles that have irregularities that could suggest the use of generative AI. and we don't get to see them because fuck me, I guess.
No, I think that's an ad. Either that or it's a tweet. I'm not sure.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Fans then call on Activision to disclose the use of generative AI for what is concluded, including the bundles that are sold, and following a new AI disclosure rules for Steam. Oh, that's right. Steam now makes it so you have to tell them if you're using AI on your product.
That's right.
It has now added a vague disclosure that covers the entirety of the Black Ops 6 on Valve's platform. Black Ops 6 Steam AI generated content disclosure reads, our team uses generative AI tools to help develop some in-game assets. No. So yeah, it turns out that even if you use your own content to develop it, there's no guarantee it's going to be good. By the way, remember that commercial for Coca-Cola that was used in AI?
Yeah.
Somebody went, hey guys, I used the same commercial, I used the same product, but I let the footage run 1 second longer. It looks like something out of like fucking, it's like Benny Hill in hell. Yeah, like that one shot where Santa is pulling out the Coke. Yeah, if you know what happens if the footage runs for 1 more second?
What?
He catches on fire.
What?
There's no explanation. He just erupts.
What the fuck?
Yeah, somehow, like, the AI starts talking about, like, cataclysms, and the last shot shows the town on fire while people are screaming. Listen, I'm not saying that Demons and Warhammer 40k had an idea about the abominable intelligence. You know what? That's what it should be called. Abominable intelligence. That's what they call it. But I'm saying that they may have a point. Now, in July, Wire reported that the Activision sold AI-generated cosmetics for Call of Duty. That's right. They are selling you NFTs. Modern Warfare 3 last year. The cosmetic in question was not named, but was linked to Yokai Rat's bundle released in December 2023. The store did not disclose the use of the bundle. This bundle was 1,500 Call of Duty points. The premium virtual currency sold for real-world money that generates hundreds of millions of dollars for those fuckers every year. This is about $15. That's like half a tank of gas. Wire pointed out that Microsoft, which owns Activision Blizzard after its $69 billion acquisition of the company last year, cut out over around 2,000 people from its gaming businesses just months after Activision sold that skin. So, you know, just in case it wasn't bad enough they fired that many people, fuck you, we're selling you AI now. The report alleged that 2D artist jobs were being replaced by AI in the company, and I don't know you guys, but this basically confirms it for me.
Yeah, it does. It confirms it. They're not hiding it anymore.
No, look up that sentence. A lot of 2D artists were laid off. In other words, we hire you, we're going to use what you draw for us, get the fuck out. That's it.
Wow, temporary hires? Like 90-day period?
No, they basically hired them, and then once they had enough material to feed into the algorithm, they went,
okay,
I have no more use of you.
And they were never credited for their work.
Why should they? No. It's being made by AI. Our program algorithm takes all these conveniently available art and just turns it into advertisements. It's great. One anonymous Activision artist told the site, the remaining concept artists were then forced to use AI to aid in their work. Activision employees were allegedly made to sign up for AI training. How the fuck do you train a human in training AI?
No.
With the use promoted throughout the business. Generative AI is one of the hottest topics within the video game industry and entertainment, which have both suffered massive layoffs in recent years. The AI thus far has drawn severe criticism from players and creators due to a mix of ethical issues, right issues, and the fact that, quite frankly, it just creates pure shit. For instance, Keyword Studios attempted to create an experimental game internally using entirely AI. The game failed, with Keyword citing to investors that AI was unable to replace talent.
Which game was that again?
We don't know, but remember that.
Actually, maybe it'll show it over here.
Let's check it out.
Highlight. External AI, the talent. Project Ava was the name of it.
Let me take a look at this garbage.
Yeah, that was from back in March of 2024.
Time for research. Let's look at some pictures. Project Ava AI game. Images.
Wow, this has no. Oh wait, here are the no, these are voice actor things. So.
Yeah.
Was there any fucking?
This looks barren to begin with.
God, you're talking about the top image?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know you, but if I see this, I don't want to buy whatever the fuck they're selling me.
Hell no.
It looks bland.
That's boring.
That looks so awful. Anything AI generated is awful.
Speaking of, yeah, they just basically slapped a bunch of shit together. What is this? Is this Call of Duty or God of War or no?
Let me see.
Or yes?
I don't know what the hell that is.
What are you looking at here? Try to make sense of that image.
It's like a Mod Podge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Call of Duty.
There's a troll from God of War in there, I think. This reminds me, remember that video of Mudahar trying to play an AI-generated game, and it crashed his computer because the game just kept re-rendering itself, trying to figure out what the fuck.
Yeah, it's so
we
stupid.
mentioned it last week.
So yeah, this is basically that. So Once again, the CEOs in charge are basically looking at the business side of things and going, how do we make more money than infinity money? Because we're not making infinity money anymore because Call of Duty is not the most popular thing in the world anymore. Because turns out releasing a new game every single fucking year and shutting down the multiplayer of the previous more light games, not very good. Fun fact, the most popular Call of Duty game still has servers open because a bunch of dedicated players just made up their own servers. You can go play right now if you want to.
Good grief, that's beautiful. And also fucking sad.
But listen, graphics. More graphics means more money. So if we graphics really hard, if we graphics as hard as humanly possible,
Good
then we don't
story
need humans
means more people like.
okay, what if we just put a bunch of famous actors on mocap instead?
Meh.
No.
Like that guy that played Jon Snow in Game of Thrones.
Oh my
Eh.
god.
He's a good actor.
You know what
he
the
is.
ironic thing is?
Richard Madden.
The story for that game is actually kind of good, but not for the reason they think. It's not because of the writing. It's because the secondary plot is the main character making friends with a robot body.
Oh.
So you get this awesome fucking Titanfall 2 style friendship between the soldier and the robot, and it ends exactly how you think it does.
Look at this. Look at this ass art that's right here, man.
This is
Juan's
kinda-
gonna share.
hang
Yeah,
on.
look at this crap.
Let me look at this logo. Let's see.
It's so fucking bland.
The neck is not connected properly to the shirt.
Yeah.
There's like a black hole in the center.
Yep.
I don't know what animal that is. One step ends when the other begins, and her ears are uneven. Can't even get this shit right.
It's ass. It's absolute ass.
The
And I
only
hate
thing
it.
that's symmetrical is the AA, and the project word is not even completely symmetrical with it either.
No.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine having OCD and looking at this?
Ah,
You would go crazy.
No. Get that off my. Get that shit off my screen.
Also, what are those things on
God.
the sides? Are those podlets? What the fuck are those things on the corners?
Wait.
No, why are we moving back to it, Angel? I said get it off my screen.
Listen, inquiring minds need to know.
They can look it up themselves.
Yeah, are those podlets or UFOs or what the fuck are those?
I don't know. I don't want to look at them. Get it off my
Did
screen.
the game even come out or was it just a spectacular
Thank you.
failure?
I
Let me,
think it was just a spectacular failure.
Probably a failure.
let me find out.
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick.
gonna say failure. What the fuck?
Wow.
Is anyone having any microphone issues when hearing me? Probably. Not sure.
It doesn't even have a wiki entry anywhere. This thing was stillborn, basically.
Oh my god, that's worse.
All right. So yeah, needless to say, the business for Activision is not looking good. And how the fuck are they able to still retain customers after pretty much admitting, yeah, we use AI art, you know?
Wait, this wasn't even an actual game. Project Ava is a real-time AI co-pilot coming soon to give advice to players in games. So, it's a backseater simulator?
Excuse me!
Wait, so
It's trying to put Los Amigos Play out of business!
Wait.
Oh,
Barely
fuck
even had
off!
business.
Oh,
Wait,
I
fuck
didn't even
off!
realize we had a business.
Wait, guys, so does that mean that it's supposed to help people with other games?
I don't
No,
know.
while they're playing the video game.
Well, how can they? What, you're gonna feed everything into the AI system that is
Yeah,
with the
I see it.
games?
It's just people.
No.
The commercial is just people playing other actual games while the AI talks to them about what they should do. So it's Chat GPT for gamers,
No.
Wait, so it's IT support pretty much.
basically.
Yeah.
By analyzing millions of simulations
No.
within seconds, I will always have an answer to your toughest remaining challengers. The ultimate AI copilot.
All right.
Oh,
So,
no.
I don't want you anywhere near
so
me.
Stupid.
in conclusion,
It's useless.
Slop. In every way of the word.
So
Pure.
it's
the-
not Project Ava, it's
Okay.
Project Slop.
Imagine raining code from the Matrix, but it's made of slime. That's what it looks like, basically.
it is absolute slime, and that is another good word to describe Activision with its business practices and just
Yeah, Reddit
just
was making fun of this. This came out 2 months ago, by the way. Reddit is already making fun of people going, guys, my AI assistant keeps telling me to touch grass. I don't know what it means.
it's warning you that it's a trap.
Also, wouldn't that just get banned in every single competitive sport because
Yes.
you're basically
Yes.
cheating?
Yes.
That is cheating right now.
Yes.
Actually, guys, I want you to imagine a nightmare scenario from the darkest depths of hell. League of Legends with an AI backseating you the entire
Nope.
time.
God, no.
Nope. Not doing it. Nope. You're alone.
You could not incite more
Ouch.
violence if you put the tournament in the middle of a Waffle House.
Out.
Throw the whole game out.
All right.
What
Um,
game?
And with that,
Exactly.
we have reached the end of our program, and we appreciate all of you for tuning in tonight. You guys have been wonderful in the live chat. We appreciate everyone here. And so for next week's programs, Angel, since now we have all hands on deck, are we going to be continuing our expedition in France?
Well, of course. The eternal journey to finally open our own crack cooking den continues, as Amicia now is collecting literally carbonated rat piss in order to survive the difficulty of living in France. And I hope that you will join us to see her legend increase from helpless girl to ruthless drug lord in Plague Bad. Innocence breaking.
You also do realize we went back to school. We're at the university.
The French can't keep getting away with this!
They are getting away with it.
Well, they will get away, and you know what? No, they won't, because we will kill them all with our mastery of our rat piss grenades. And of course, Miss Anna will gracefully be holding that controller. And once again, we'll be joined this time by the lovely dragon fan that after so much difficulty, struggle, and pain, has managed to escape work just long enough to join us.
And the funny thing is the bullshit that I literally just did earlier today.
I don't know. You know what?
I have no idea how that works.
I went
You know
back
what?
and
The
killed
fact
them.
that it works, that means that it was skill. Or maybe it's the fact that all the guards are like
Oh wait,
mentally deficient.
you mean
You
like
mean they're dumb?
You mean like skill being able to just kind of go in between rats in a hard place and just grab my loot and just come back
Oh,
out?
listen.
on in.
Unfortunately, the rats don't know how to read either, so they couldn't see you.
They don't know how to read. All they do is rave.
Exactly.
Skill.
Anyway, so when can they watch this?
They can watch it every Saturday at Eastern Standard Time on YouTube.
Wait, what time
Eastern Standard Time?
And 5 o'clock. Yeah.
All
On
right.
Another episode of Los Amigos Play.
Yay.
All right.
Breaking Tail plagues innocence bad. She's
plague
the
tail.
one that pisses.
It's called a plague tail innocence.
That's what I said.
Listen, I think we already lost our innocence already, so...
All right.
Bro,
Maybe
we are
say what degenerate
we
we
are
are.
setting people on fire and throwing piss grenades. Whatever. Listen, if by the end of this journey, Miss doesn't chop off her hands in disgust, I don't know what's gonna happen.
And of course, for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick. Join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, as we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. On last week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we discussed how WWE NXT had a successful live show in Cincinnati, Ohio, over at the same venue where AEW held its TV special on January 15th, and they did better. They had the return of the Hardy Boys, one of the greatest
nice.
tag teams of all time, and they had the in-ring debut of Absolute Ricky Saints.
So he's like a new face to the game?
You could say that.
Angel, he defected away from AEW.
Oh,
He
so
ba-
With
never mind.
fans-
Literally the day after his contract was ended, he showed up.
Fuck
on
this
camera.
shit, I'm out.
And with fans in Cincinnati chanting, Tony fumbled.
So that's what that was about.
Yep.
On next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we will be reviewing the main event for this year's WWE Elimination Chamber, which we already talked about. It's going to be the Elimination Chamber match. The 6-man chamber match with John Cena, CM Punk, Seth frickin' Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul.
I won't lie. This is an all-star cast. Yes, ironically, even Logan Paul, because he's a piece of shit, but he's a famous, highly skilled piece of shit. So we got a lot of really big names here. I'm genuinely surprised. Like, what did we do to get this Christmas gift?
That's right. Well, he's locked in the cage with 5 other guys who can tear him apart, so who knows what'll happen.
Well, I'll
You
tell you
think
what's going
everyone will
Can
just
he bring
tag
us
team
back?
against
I
him?
See, he's just going
I
to take a
wish.
cue from the upcoming wrestling game, and he's going to just fill the prime bottles with sulfuric acid.
Ah! All right. And we'll...
Still is the man. Fuck you, Logan.
Well, the point is we're going to have a lot to talk about on Wrestle
Big names.
Rewind, which is next Thursday. Juan, passing the ball to you.
Why are you passing a ball? Apparently, whenever it comes to my show, The Black Files, stuff doesn't like working.
Here, borrow my mic.
No! It doesn't like working.
My
When it
king,
comes to my show.
I have held on
Then
to your
here, take
crown
your
for
mic
far
back.
too long.
Look.
Please take it back.
Here's what I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm
So
gonna
now
do that.
this microphone is going to work perfectly, and that one is going to fuck itself up.
Nope,
Go
it's not.
for it.
Curse of Ra!
Then, of course, you can start your week off with my program, The Black Files, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens flock. Normally, when we go through a whole on this program, we cover a wide swath of stories spanning the spectrum of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. But on The Black Files, we just hone in on one story, and we hone in deep, and we hone into the truth. So much so that Angel's distracted while I'm giving a diatribe. But that's not important. But that's not what's important right now. What's important is, this past Wednesday, we were trying like crazy 3 fucking separate times in a row to get our episode up, where we were going to discuss the potential connection between the new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and the Church of Scientology. Well, second time's the charm. We're going to give that a shot next week again. And Mr. Mark Bunker is also graciously accepted an additional invitation, so he will be joining us. I'm going to get this shit to work one way or another, so help me, Bob. And you guys actually do want to tune into this, because this is such a pain in the butt story. And like I mentioned to everyone here, it's going to be very much feels like a Pepe Sylvia fucking like conspiracy board shit. But when you realize how erratic it all is, the way we'll spell it out for you on Wednesday night, you'll be able to follow it as a single straight line.
Hey, what's the difference between a conspiracy theory and reality?
About 6 months.
You're actually not wrong, but definitely...
I wasn't.
But folks, like I said, if you want to tune into stories that delve into the darker side of popular culture and geek culture and nerd culture and everything in between, then request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Kick for my program, The Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show here on this channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick. Join me and my motley crew of nerds as we discuss the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, regardless of what store closes or what idiot decides to sue somebody else and knowing that it's going to backfire on them in court, there is always something to discuss, and we're here to share with each and every one of you. Now, once again, we all thank you all for tuning in tonight on the live chat. You guys have been good, and you guys have been engaging, and this is something we've been doing for years, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Now, with that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragonfan Cosplays, Honor Rose Cosplay, K-Storm Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between, working hard and staying strong, making your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe to the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content, become an inner flock by hitting the joy button. And until next time, and I'll definitely have a cool sunlight light over here instead of this yellow sunlight one, so we don't end up looking yellowish over here.
One could argue we're doing chromatic aberration properly. Look, like we start white over here where I am.
Yeah, and then it goes to yellow.
Get warmer, and we get to orange over there. So basically, it's a metaphor for like the sunrise and the sunset. You're dying. I am sorry to tell you this.
Angel, what the fuck?
Until next time.
You first.
Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are The Ravens Flock, and we're gonna miss you, Michelle Trachtenberg.